What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So as we're all aware, the Los Angeles Clippers are under a huge microscope at the moment due to what Pablo Torres has found on the Clippers with Ballmer, Kawhi Leonard, and a bunch of other things involving circumventing the salary cap, and there is some stone cold hard evidence against them at the moment. So everyone is wondering what is going to happen. Is Adam Silver going to bring the hammer down on them? We all know if this was David Stern, it probably would be, but Adam Silver has been kind of soft when it comes to stuff like this. But this is to a whole new level if the NBA finds that this is indeed true, which it's looking like it might be. So in today's video, as a what if, even though Spot Rack, I believe, tweeted that the NBA may not find a conclusion to this until the All-Star break, which is kind of crazy to me, we're going to bring the hammer down on the Los Angeles Clippers. We're going to be giving them the maximum punishment in this video. 5 firsts, the 3 firsts stolen from them. They're gone. And then Kawhi Leonard's contract completely voided. This should make for a fun video. Probably could have done this a while ago, but I was kind of waiting to see if something would actually happen. But due to Spot Rack saying that this could be not done until the All-Star break, we're going to get out ahead of it. Let's jump in and do this Clippers rebuild with the maximum punishment on their heads. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. So if you are new around here, want to help us reach that goal, that would be awesome. So this is what we're doing. So I will tell you that the Clippers don't even really have first round picks at the moment. So I think as soon as we have some first round picks, it'll be like 2030. Or yeah, 2030 is when, no, maybe not even 2030, maybe 2031. So I think starting from 2030 to say 2033, 2035, we won't have any first. So like these are, I guess, they're first. So you could take these away, but they're going to be bad first. So does the NBA wait, or do they take these away? Not sure. Or does anything happen at all? We don't know. But I think to make it tougher, since these are going to be bad first, I'm going to wait till 2031, obviously, until we take these picks away. And I think I'll probably do it for the rest of to 2035, even though I don't think we'll make it that far anyway. And then, of course, when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, I have suspended him for the entire season. Will he get suspended in real life for the entire season? I actually have no idea, but I have in this one. He's on a minimum contract, or actually less than the minimum at 1.27. So he'll be walking in free agency, and we will not be re-signing him. His contract is completely voided. So Kawhi Leonard is gone. He will not be playing a single minute here with the Clippers. So that makes for a new rotation here, as we have James Harden, Bradley Beal, Bogdan, John Collins, Zubac, Brook Lopez, Chris Paul, Chris Dunn, and Derek Jones as your rotation. It probably makes sense to start like Batum or something at the 3. He is listed at the 4 right now. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and throw him at the 3 this season. So that way we actually have a starting 3 out there. So that'll look a little bit better. So how long do we survive without Kawhi Leonard is going to be the question. The Clippers have been able to stay above water. Obviously, you know, if you look back at the big trade they made, it has not paid off whatsoever, unfortunately, for them. No one blames them for making the trade at the time, but it just has not paid off at all. James Harden is now the best player on this team. We definitely are going to need like prime James Harden here, but more than likely, this team is going to need a little bit of a reset. And with no picks involved at all, it's going to be tough, but we're off to a good start so far. So maybe James Harden turns back the clock and we're a top seed in the West. That would be pretty crazy without Kawhi, though. I would be shocked. So at the end of year number 1, former Clipper Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to win MVP again. Cooper Flagg's Rookie of the Year in Dallas. Malik Monk is your 6th man. Wemby's your depoy. Keto's your most improved. Wemby's your clutch player. And Kidd is your Coach of the Year. Executive goes to Zachary Staples. Brunson's your Cup MVP. And that's about it. Here is your All-NBA first team. I would expect to see James Harden on one of these, and we do get him. So let's see what he did this season, because you'll see why I'm curious in just a second. He was 26-7, so he was damn good, which is what we needed for this season to be a good one. And here's all defensive first team and all defensive second team. Don't get me wrong, there's still some talent on this team. I just thought it would hurt us quite a bit. Obviously not having Kawhi Leonard, but we end up as the 5th seed still. We still won 50 games. We were still good. We went 51-31 despite Kawhi being gone. Here are your player stats outside of just James Harden. So, whoops, that's per 36. Let's go to per game. Okay, so we had 21 for Bradley Beal. So even Beal kind of turned back the clock a little bit. So I will tell you in this video, we don't really have a choice on whether or not to like tank or anything. We have to stay competitive. And we have no picks anymore, basically. No picks whatsoever to look at. If we're bringing the maximum punishment, we are going to be basically the only thing we have going for us is that we are LA. We can bring free agents in. So we're going to have to definitely use that to our advantage in this rebuild. So We're in the first round going against the Golden State Warriors, so let's see how this one's about to go. So I am going to shrink it down to my rotation for the playoffs. They want to put Bogdan in the starting five. That's fine. I'm like I said, there is some talent still here, so I maybe shouldn't be too surprised that we were this good still. But game one does go to us, 114 and 109, 28 from Beal and 27 from James Harden, especially what we're getting from Bradley Beal. That is super helpful right now. Game two, we're up 2-0. Wow, we blew them out bad. 44 from Harden, 26 from Brook Lopez. Game three, they do win. In game four, we win. So we're up 3-1 on the Golden State Warriors. James Harden used to pray for times like this when he would go up against the Warriors. So can we finish them off? Let's see. And if we do, we're going to get to the second round despite Kawhi Leonard being gone off the team, which would be pretty impressive. Let's see if we can't finish them off here. And we will. 109 to 108. It was a close game, but ultimately we do get it done. Chris Paul even chipped in 20 in the elimination game. And now we get to play the Mavericks. Okay, this is where it stops. Obviously, all trains lead to this point. We are getting eliminated probably in 4 to the Dallas Mavericks. I would be shocked if we even get a game here because the Dallas Mavericks, as we all know, need to be nerfed. They are just way too good. For whatever reason, they're starting Najee Marshall at the moment, but I would be shocked if we can get a game here. So game one, let's see if we can't go. I mean, unless we just have some magic in our back pocket, I don't think we're getting, I mean, we're kind of keeping it competitive, and we do lose game one. Game two is going to go to them as well. I'm just going to seal my fate. I already know this isn't going to go in our favor. So we get eliminated in 4. Not shocking. The Mavericks are really damn good. And we got the Knicks and the Mavericks. And the one thing I will say, Mavericks still going to win it all. I will say that with Kawhi Leonard's contract being gone, I think we'll have some cap space. Obviously, Chris Paul retiring. That's probably going to be the thing that happens. And Batum also retiring. So we are losing some of our Unk squad because this team, of course, is older. But let's go to the lottery. So let's see how this is going to go. Blazers get number 1, and then we will be picking, or do we even have a pick in this draft? I don't even remember. So I think we do. So the Thunder will be picking at 25, and then we will be picking at, well, I actually don't know. I don't think I see our name at all. So I don't think we have a first at all in this draft, unless if I just didn't see our name. And yeah, we don't have a first. Okay, so the Clippers have our pick. I think it's next year where it's swapped. Tyronn Lue will, of course, remain the head coach. The fact he even got this team in the second round is still impressive in my mind, so we'll keep him around. Let's head to draft night, though, even though, like I said, this is going to matter for us. I don't think we're going to have, draft is not going to be a thing in today's video really at all. So James Harden does decline, and then look at this. So we got Bogdan, Brook Lopez, Chris Dunn, Kobe Bryant. I low-key think I am going to go ahead and decline all of these. I want to have as much money as possible to see what we do with things. I mean, the odds of Brook Lopez taking 80 overall are slim anyway. Bogdan, free up a bunch of money there. Chris Dunn. I think I'm cool with that. Now, I think I do want to bring back James Harden based off how he played. Maybe even Bradley Beal, but don't know what he's going to be asking for. And I want to see what the rest of free agency has in store for us, too. So, I would imagine the only player we have under contract is Zubac and then whatever else. So, there's Derek Jones Jr. Of course, there's, basically, we have nobody under contract. We have our starting center. That's it. Derek Jones is a rotational piece for us, too. Don't get me wrong. So, to maximize him, I'm probably going to move him to the 3. But yeah, we definitely basically have a blank canvas to work with. I have to imagine we have quite a bit of money. So if we look at it, we have, I guess it's not showing our salary cap, which is kind of weird, but okay. It says negative $25 million in cap space. Team salary total is 181. That's probably because of cap holds, obviously. So if we go look at our cap holds, it's probably pretty big. There it is. So cap holds, we can renounce, well, John Collins is a free agent too. We'll renounce Bogdan's cap hold. Chris Dunn will probably renounce. Kobe Bryant will renounce. Brook Lopez, probably won't be bringing him back. Collins, James Harden, and then Kawhi. Like I said, we're not going to be able to bring him back either. So, Harden, John Collins, and Beal, that's going to be the interesting ones to look at. So, yeah, we have a ton of money. So, James Harden still wants, and the only bird rights apparently that we have is on James Harden, and that's it. I mean, he was good enough to where I think we have to bring him back for sure. So, that is what I will try to do. We don't really have a choice. Like, if we're going to be competitive, I think Harden has to stick around. So I'm going to give him a 2-year deal. Probably is going to start to show some regression, but based off what he did for us last year, I think we got to go for him. So Harden's going to be the starter, but I don't really know if we're going to be able to get really much of anything else after that. So Harden is going to be an addition, and then we still need to fill out an entire roster. So we don't have the luxury of just going after like 3 max free agents and calling it good. We got to be very, very, very careful with how we spend this money because we got a whole roster to fill out. So Harden's going to be the start because I do think I like him. Now, Quentin Grimes, I do like the idea of as well, and Bradley Beal, who was good for us last year too. So these are 2 guys I'm looking at. I'm like, yeah, I would definitely be open to that. So I'm going to give Beal a 2-year deal as well. And I'm also going to throw Grimes a deal as well because I think he'd be a solid addition. So Harden, Beal, Grimes. So it looks like our guard rotation's figured out. And then John Collins, how much is he asking for? 18 million. That's not too much. I would be down for that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and throw Collins an offer too. And then that will probably be our first wave of free agency. So John Collins, just kidding. It won't even let me. Okay, I guess you can't sign I think 2K might have fixed that where you can't sign players through this anymore, which kind of sucks because we're way down the line. But when we get to share scenarios, that was a big blessing to have. So unfortunately, that may not be an option anymore. But John Collins is starting to get some offers. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal. Same thing. I'm going to keep this timeline kind of tight, 2 years. So we basically get those 4, which is solid. And we should still have some money, I think. Or no, apparently we do not. Yeah, we still have money, but not for Porzingis. Okay, so James Harden, Grimes, and Beal, which feels good. I like that. We have Derek Jones, John Collins, Zubac, and then hopefully Jokic is ready to play some minutes, or however you say his name. And then probably, I mean, what else do we have? We have Keegan Murray, 21 million. I mean, he'd be solid, but he really doesn't progress much, which is why I'd probably stay away from him. You do have Tobias Harris, former Clipper. Mathurin could be an interesting guy to throw some money at if the Pacers didn't want to sign him back. Kuminga. I don't hate the idea of throwing Kuminga an offer, honestly. Yeah, I mean, we could go for Kuminga and see if he turns anything for us. And we still have more money even after this. So I'm going to throw Kuminga a deal. Let's see if the Warriors would match it. They do. So Warriors match that. Okay, fair enough. Let's go to Benedict Mathurin. I would be okay with this too. I'm going to throw him a nice, sweet deal. If the Pacers don't want to bring back Mathurin, I'd be cool with it. So let's see. Mathurin is going to come to LA. So Mathurin's a nice addition. And then we got I see Keon Ellis's name. I'm definitely down for that. Could play him at Keon Ellis. We don't really need that position anymore. Wiggins, I mean, this one's always a good value, so I'll go for him. I guess I'll probably end it off with a backup 5. I mean, if Mitchell Robinson's someone we can sign, it doesn't look like it. There's Jay Huff. There's Brook Lopez, which we could bring him back for 1 year. I guess I'll just do that. So Brook Lopez and Aaron Wiggins. Is it a sexy free agency? Not really. I'm going to be honest. I'm definitely predicting some regression. Yeah, look at that. The young squad keeps getting worse. Beal's contract is going to age poorly. Brook Lopez's. Harden's down bad. Zubac is down bad. Not great. The only young player we did bring in that I like is Benedict Mathurin. I'm hoping he can become something for us. Pacers didn't want to match his salary, so we'll have to see what that turns into. But overall, we're working with what we have. Like I said, we're dealing with the maximum punishment right now, and we'll go look at the rotation going into this second season. So here is your rotation going into season number 2. I mean, it looks decent despite all the regression. You got Harden, you got Grimes, you got Mathurin, Collins, and Zubac, Brook Lopez, Derek Jones, Bradley Beal, and Aaron Wiggins. That doesn't feel too bad. So yeah, Conan was not ready to play at all, and neither was Cam Christie. So relying on those guys to do something this year would have been not good. So I'm glad we didn't. So yeah, I'm hoping that this team impresses me again. I think last year was nice, but I don't know if we'll get that lucky this year. So Harden shot tendency. Whoop, that's layup. Hot shot tendency. Wow, Harden's shot tendency is actually extremely low considering what he was doing last year. So let's push this up a little bit. Maybe give him a little bit of a bigger, obviously go score. And then score roll, I should say. And then Mathurin, I'm going to push him up too because he's the big addition that I'm hoping becomes something for us. So that will be it. I will see you guys at the end of year 2. It is possible I will stop at the trade deadline to think about some things, but hey, we're off to a good start just like we were last year. So, I mean, wow, the fact that what the hell? When are we going to lose a game? Okay, finally lost the game. Maybe I don't mess with anything at the deadline. This team is clicking on all cylinders. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. I'm impressed so far. End of year 2, Shea is repeated once again as an MVP 3 times in a row. Peterson, Rookie of the Year in Portland. We got Scoot, 6-man. Wemby's your depoy. Walker's your most improved. Jokic is your clutch player, and Kidd is your coach of the year. Murphy is your executive, and Cat won Cup MVP. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. James Harden still representing here, 27-7. So we do have to predict how much he will regress going into next season, though, and I would imagine to be quite a bit. So we end up as the 4th seed, very similar to last year. We still won over 50 games, once again, 53-29. So I'm feeling good about how we look like in the regular season, but I just kind of know in the playoffs, I'm not really sure if this team is going to be able to contend for anything. I like some of the talent we brought in, but we all know what it truly is. So we get the Spurs in round 1, which will probably be a tough matchup, but let's see what happens. We got Fox, we got Castle, we got Vassell, Keldon, Wemby, you got Harper off the bench, Carter Bryant, Nurkic, and Luke Kornet. So game 1 is going to go to us. Beat them by 1 point there. Bradley Beal, 20 points is our leading scorer in game 1. They even it up, though. They blow us out there. We're up 2-1, so we get a win on the road. 39 from James Harden with 8 assists, 27 for Mathurin. Game 4, 3-1. Okay, I'm impressed so far. 29-11, 23 from John Collins. Game 5 and Game 6, we're going to Game 7. So, honestly, to be honest with you, even if we get out of here and win this Game 7, we all know what our fate is in the next round. So, I don't know if it really matters if we beat the Spurs here, but I'd like to get to the second round again, and that'd be kind of impressive, I would say. But the Spurs, no, we get out of round 1 once again. Mathurin with 23, 19 from James Harden, but hey, look who it is. It's the Dallas freaking Mavericks, and we might get a repeat of the Minnesota video, just not quite to the same extent. So Beal is going to play in game 1. Let's actually have some belief. Like, let's not give up before we even get in there. So I'm going to 8-man rotation. Well, all the stops. We're down 1-0. I meant to simcast, but we can go win game 2 and be right back in it, right? We just got to get a road win. We could do that. Come on. I know we can. Dig deep. And we've been behind them the whole game, but never took the lead. So 105-132. All right. It is time for a big game 3 at home. We got to win. If we're going down 3-0, then we are dead in the water. So let's see. Again, we've had the lead for a second, but the Mavericks are just too much. They're going to sweep us again. Yeah. We don't have what it takes to take down the Mavericks right now. OKC and Minnesota, and the Mavericks are going to go on to win another champ. Oh, well, no, they still did. They almost blew a lead there, though. Kyrie Irving is your finals MVP, Mavericks and Cavs. And then James Harden is going to retire. Man, that's kind of sucks, but it would free up a bunch of money, though, I would say. Although, if we don't get to trade him, I'm actually okay with it. I'm going to let him walk or let him retire. We'll get a lot of money freed up. And this will be a good free agency class to have money anyway. So that's fine with me. Jersey retirement, James Harden retired with the Rockets. I like that. And then again, for the lottery, this might be a year where we get a late pick. So we get the 29th pick. So I guess we can maybe use that to do something. I don't know if we'll be able to do much with it, but we'll try. So on draft night, I think, like I said, at this point, I don't think I want to bring in a rookie. I'm going to trade it. So I think I'll probably use Beal and something else like Beal, Christie, and this pick, and maybe see what that gets us. Kind of like this trade with the Timberwolves to get Lamont Phil on. I don't really know much about him, but what I will say is there is a chance this man is going to develop really well this offseason, and we could definitely use that. So Beal in this late pick, going to Minnesota, and we will get Lamont. Okay, so that feels like a pretty good investment. We need a new point guard. Not saying he's going to start, but he will definitely be involved in the rotation if I had to guess, and then we'll see what kind of, like I said, free agents are here in free agency. So player options, we can accept all of these, which is fine. Qualifying offers, Wilson, probably won't worry about him. And then for free agency, do we have Giannis money? We do. So we do have money to go after anybody. So, Stephen Curry would be a clear replacement at point guard, but the man is 39, so that's probably not going to be what we want to do here. We do have Amen Thompson as well, which would be fun. Kyrie Irving, who hopefully will leave the Mavericks to make them a little bit worse, but he might go back. We could throw him an offer, but I don't know if Kyrie's the move. So obviously the 3 clear guys to be looking at here is going to be Giannis and Nikola Jokic. So now I feel like Giannis has got to be the guy we go for. I mean, if we're going to try to take down the Mavericks, then what better guy than to try to get Giannis on our team in LA? Jokic would be cool too, but we already have Zubac, so that's why I feel like, we could trade Zubac, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Like, I'm going to try for both of them and see which one would come to LA. So I'm going to throw Jokic a deal, and we'll throw Giannis a deal. We're not going to get, oh, you know what? I don't think we have enough to get both. That would be wild if we got both of them to come over. Not sure that fit would be great anyway. So Jokic is going to be the one that will choose us, it looks like. Giannis is not about it. So Jokic is going to be the guy. Giannis, I think, yeah, Giannis is going to Brooklyn. So we're going to get Nikola Jokic in free agency. He's going to leave Denver. We get Jokic on the team. And, I mean, yeah, we got to take that whenever you can do that. So MPJ, former teammate of Jokic, I'm cool with that as well. So we'll go for him. Just kidding, goes back to Denver. Interesting. Okay, Jaime Jaquez, Bryson Sabah. But I think I need to focus on what we're going to do with Zubac, because I don't think Zubac and Jokic, while yes, that's a great center rotation, I don't think it's necessary to have that. I think it'd probably be better if we traded Zubac for something else. So that is what we're going to do. He's a good asset, should get us quite a bit. Probably need to primarily focus on bringing in a point guard if we can, but Jokic is going to be a great addition, obviously. Now it's time to see what we can get for an expiring Zubac. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The offers are very underwhelming for Zubac. I honestly am at the point where I might just keep him, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna extend him. I don't really know what we're gonna do at point guard right now, but dude, I'm telling you, the offers were so lackluster. I didn't like anything I was seeing. I really couldn't figure out a point guard situation I'd go for. So I'm gonna see. I mean, there's Kobe Buffkin, who could be a backup. McConnell, Oubre. So I guess I have to hope that Cam Christie is going to become something, but we definitely need to kind of still fill out a bench here. So DiVincenzo feels like a solid option. We still have a little bit of money to use. We're going to grab Sensabaugh, I guess, as well to bring him in. So Sensabaugh does come over. DiVincenzo decides not to. We got Mitchell, who I guess I wouldn't mind as a backup, but that'd be kind of our big addition, but I think he'd be nice. So Davion Mitchell. And we still have a little bit of money left to spend, so nothing crazy, though. Maybe we bring back Derek Jones, who's been part of what we've been doing so far. We'll bring him in. And, yeah, it's not great. And then Gary Trent, I'll give a deal to as well. It's not great. It's not great, I will say. I'm still going to be open to making another move at the deadline, but Mathurin's up to an 83. I mean, maybe him not developing anything could be something we do. Maybe Lamont can become special this year. We bring in quite a bit of depth, so I think we're going to be open to offers at the trade deadline for everyone outside of Jokic. We got to put a team around him. The main goal here is to take down the Dallas Mavericks. So we got to give Jokic the opportunity to do that. We have him, and that's what we needed to start things off with. And like I said, we wanted to stay above water, but now we need more, and I could not find that this offseason, at least for now. But Power Rank does have us at 11th, which is good. And yeah, so at least we have Jokic on our side. They want to start David Mitchell with Quinn Grimes, Mathurin, Collins, Jokic, Zubac off the bench. We got Lamont, we got Sensabaugh, and then let's go back to an M rotation, of course. And yeah, so that looks pretty good. Now, obviously, I would say that in a world we could technically start Zubac and Jokic together, and maybe they'll play together at times and form a crazy Twin Towers or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to see how things go. I think we'll be good if I had to guess, because we were able to do it with James Harden. So with Jokic, I have to imagine we'll be good too. But I do want to still make an aggressive move at the deadline. I don't feel like this is going to be enough to take down Dallas. We cannot go into the playoffs with how we look right now. We need a big move. And I'm hoping to find something, even though we're obviously very limited on assets. So we'll see if we can find something at the deadline that we like. Desperate times call for desperate measures. As I told you guys, we don't have a lot to work with here. I'm looking at Tyler Herro, who is someone that could obviously score 23.5 points per game. And imagine the looks he can get off Nikola Jokic. It's not my ideal choice, but he is someone that's not making a ton of money, that's not out of our price range. I'm going to be giving him the one pick that we do have to trade. It's not a great pick. And then John Collins, Mitchell, and we get Tyler Herro. And they do agree. So we get Tyler Herro on the team, which feels good. He is going to be playing point guard for us because we really don't have anybody else. And yeah, one thing you'll notice is that, yes, Zubac and Jokic are going to play together at power forward and center. Unless if I trade Jokic here, or sorry, not Jokic. Unless if I trade Zubac here, and just in case, hold on. What do we get for Jokic? Castle, Fox, and then Bronson sucks. But no, we're not doing that. But yeah, unless I trade Zubac here is what I meant to say for something. But I don't hate them playing together. I think they could make it work. But is it the most ideal? Probably not. But I don't hate it with the options that we have. We're very limited. I don't like any of these trades anyway. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's going to be unorthodox, but Jokic and Zubac are going to be playing together some this season. We'll see how it works. Herro's the big addition to be brought in to be playing some point guard for us with Grimes backing him up there. Sensabaugh, and of course, Mathurin's still here too, who's just on the bench for whatever reason right now, but I'm sure that will change here. All right. That was our big move, and that was what we could do with the assets we had. Does Herro push us over the hump of taking down a team like the Mavericks? Well, we have Jokic, so at least we have that going for us. We'll see how we finish out. So far, we're off to a good start after trading for Herro, so hopefully we can go win. So Jokic does win MVP, averaging 30, 12, and 9. We got Stokes with Rookie of the Year. Scoot is your sixth man in OKC. Wemby's your depoy. Murray Bull is most improved. And Edwards your clutch player. Kidd's your coach of the year. Hobson's your executive. And Giannis won Cup MVP in Brooklyn. So, of course, Jokic is on here. Here's your All-NBA second team and All-NBA third team. All-defensive first team and all-defensive second team, as Jokic made it on here, which is cool to see. But all right, we are the third seed in the West, and we are on the opposite side of the Mavericks bracket, so at least we have that going for us where we won't see them in the second round automatically like the last 2 years. That's per 36 again, so per game, 30 from Jokic, 22.5 from Herro, 21 from Mathurin. So, I mean, we do have some scores outside of Jokic, which is good. And then if we look at our team stats, which we haven't looked at this once in the video, I've noticed. We're 7th on offense, and defensively, we were 11th. Not terrible. Could be worse, but all right. Round 1, we get to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. So, of course, these two franchises are, familiar with each other. They're kind of attached. They added Scoot Henderson. Game 1 is going to go to us 130 to 105. Good start. 37, 12, and 10 from Jokic. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3 goes to them. Game 4 is a must-win for us. So let's see if we can't get a win on the road in OKC, as tying the series is going to be paramount here. So let's see if we can't make that happen. Looking good at the moment, as long as we don't blow the lead, and we did. Of course we did. 160 to 117. So we are in trouble. Maybe this Jokic and Zubac thing is not going to work, and one of them has to go. It's probably going to have to be Zubac, obviously. But let's not give up on it yet. Maybe we have a 3-1 comeback in our back pocket. Let's see. Again, it's a close game where we've had the lead most of the game, but we will let it slip, and the Thunder will beat us in 2 close games there at the end. So Dallas, probably on their way to the finals again. They are. We probably would have lost to them, and the Mavericks go on and win it all. So Zubac, Jokic, I think we got to stop that crap. We got to go in a different direction there. So that's going to be our move this offseason, where we move on from that. We go to, we got to stop that stuff, basically. I want to keep Tyronn Lue. I mean, he's kept us above water every season, so let's not move on from him. Okay, Zubac, I got to get you out of here for something. I can't just keep going with this. It probably won't work. So let's see if we can finally find something for Zubac. No picks to offer with it. Just literally Zubac. All right, found our trade partner. We're going to be going with the Memphis Grizzlies. Jalen Wells, I mean, we could probably play him at the 4 and get away with it. He'll be kind of a perfect 3-and-D floor spacer. So, yeah, he'll play well next to Jokic. They get their center. I feel good about that trade. So, that's our big move there, and we have to hope that's going to help us out. Will it? We shall find out. Let's go to player options and try to keep the roster intact as much as possible. Hoping Lamont has another jump in him as well. And we're going to need this guy to jump up as well as the new backup 5. And then for free agency, let's see if we got, imagine we had Doncic money. That'd be cool. Cam Christie's a free agent. I mean, he does want quite a bit of money, but I don't know if I'll bring him back for that much. So Herro and Lamont. We could also move Herro to the 2, since if we wanted to go that direction, which we will probably. Mathurin, Sensabaugh, and then we'll be moving Wells probably to the 4. So we could basically just primarily focus on bringing in a point guard, which I'm looking at Peyton Pritchard, and I do like the idea of Peyton Pritchard here. I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to go ahead and throw him an offer. Let's get Peyton Pritchard as a new point guard on this team. And maybe he's a backup. Maybe he's a starter. It just kind of depends on Lamont, how much he's going to develop. And then it's going to let us get Grimes back as well, which I'm definitely down for that too. So we'll bring Grimes back, and that will probably be our free agency, which, it's not bad. I'll take it. So we can move Herro to shooting guard, and then Lamont and Peyton Pritchard will figure out what to do at point guard. Grimes, Herro, Wells, Mathurin, Sensabaugh, and we basically just need to bring in a backup 4, which I guess Keldon Johnson, a minimum, doesn't sound too bad. So we'll bring him in as the backup 4, and that will be our offseason. So the big move was obviously Jalen Wells. We have Mathurin down, which that kind of sucks a little bit. Lamont's not developed anything special here either. If I did trade Mathurin, would there be anything worth the value to us? I like what he's brought to the table, though, so I'm not going to do this for no reason. So there is OG on Anunoby, but not the most realistic trade. Trey Murphy, I guess he's a good floor spacer. And then there's like Castle, but again, probably not the most realistic. So I think we'll just roll with what we have right now. We got Herro, we got Jokic, we got Wells, and that'll be hopefully what we need to go win a championship this season. We did all we could to try to win with this team without with the maximum punishment. We'll see what we can do in year number 3 or 4. So Nikola Jokic does win MVP. Roster's your rookie of the year. Murray is your 6th man. Wemby is your depoy. Dash Daniels most improved in Utah. Shout out to Dash Daniels with a 27 point per game season. Clutch player to Shea. This kid's your coach of the year. Executive goes to Hobson. And we did win Cup MVP with Jokic. So hey, we might have a championship already in this video, I guess. All NBA first team, Nikola Jokic, which is great. And here is your NBA third team. And then does he make? Yeah, he does make it all defensive first team again. And we are the 3rd seed in the West again. So we get to play New Orleans in round 1, which feels like a decent matchup for us. So per game, we had 31 from Jokic, 21 from Herro, 60 from Mathurin, 14 from Lamont, 9 from Peyton Pritchard, 9 from Keldon Johnson, and 8 from Quentin Grimes. And then as far as team stats are concerned. Offensive rating, we were number 4. Defensive rating, we were number 4. So number 4 on both sides, which feels good. But now it is time to see how we do against a team like the New Orleans Pelicans in round 1, who have they have fears. They have Casey Wallace, Trey Murphy, Derek Queen, Sabonis over there now, who's down to an 80 overall, Murray, Belil, and then Missy and Herb Jones. I mean, they have talent, but we have the superstar, so hopefully the superstar shows up and gets us the win. Game 1, we're up 1-0, 122 to 115, 28-7 from Jokic, 18 from Lamont. Game 2, they do even it up. Game 3 goes to them. I already don't like what I'm seeing right now. If we do lose in round 1, then we might as well just kiss the idea of winning a championship in this video goodbye, because this is not a team we should be losing to. If we're going to lose to the New Orleans Pelicans here, then we're probably going to lose to Dallas, San Antonio, OKC 9 times out of 10. And again, I don't feel comfortable with this lead, but we do hang on barely, 139 to 136. Now time for game 5, which is going to be a big one. Game 5, they want to start Keldon Johnson, I guess. Let's see how that goes. So game 5 at home in LA. Can we come out here and win to take a 3-2 lead? Close game, and we will hang on 113 to 126. Okay, the team that eliminated us last year is awaiting us if we are to get past the Pelicans here. Hopefully in 6, avoid a game 7 at all costs would be my preferred option, but it may go to 7 unless we take the lead and hang on here. We don't. 125 to 127. Okay, game 7, Wells is back in, which is what I want. Probably should have went with that from the get-go. Okay, 9-man rotation still. Game 7, we're at home. This is a must-win. If we lose here, we are doomed in this video more than likely, and we are looking to lose here. So, we're dead. So, we are going to lose 117 to 110. Ultimately, we're probably screwed as far as winning a championship in today's video. That was our best shot at probably getting to the conference finals. Even then, look who was there, the Mavericks. This might be their 4th championship in a row. Game 1, game 2. Oh, yeah, maybe the Magic will take them down. No, who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Why did I think that for a second? Cooper Flag is your finals MVP. I don't really know if there's much else we could do, to be honest with you, man. We have no draft picks to do anything, and we still get eliminated in round 1 regardless. Man, I guess I can try one more time, though. I don't really know if there's going to be much else we can do. It's going to be tough, but maybe there's a move I'm not considering. So, staff signing, Lou will remain the head coach. I'm still going to ride with him. Maybe we should be firing him, though, based off the fact that we haven't been able to get out round 1 the last 2 years. I guess Mathurin would be the big move, but again, no first-round picks to trade if I'm going to go with the theme of the video. So let's see if there's anything we like here. We got AJ Mitchell, Keon Ellis, PJ Washington, Claxton, and MJ. I mean, I guess that would be a nice backup 5 to have for next year in Claxton. And then Michael Porter Jr. would be a fine backup 3 if we bring someone else in. So that might be the first trade we do. I'm going to be trading Mathurin over to whoever that is, if it's still the Nets. It's not the Nets. It's going to be the Nuggets. So Claxton and MPJ. Oh, wait. We're trading a first in this scenario, which we can't do. So I would throw you a bunch of seconds, though, to see if they would do that. They want that first, which I can't even do that. Seconds. Still wanting that first. Anybody I could just throw in here? Nope. So we can't even do this trade because we can't trade that first round pick. So, player options, Lamont, probably needs you to develop into something really badly. Deron Holmes was also on our team, I guess, too. We have the young center who may become something, may not be. There's Joel Embiid, I guess, or Hardenstein. Hardenstein would be a perfect backup 5. I don't know if he'll stay the same overall, but I like Hardenstein. We'll bring him in. There is, like, Corey Kispert, which we'll bring him in as well. I like that idea. And then we can bring in, like, Sexton, I guess, too. So let's just, nope, he goes to Warriors. And then what else we got? Lou Dort or Denny Avdia. Wow. Denny Avdia on a minimum should be a crime, but whatever. I'll roll with what 2K thinks right now. So, Denny Avdia at the 3 would go up. I'm going to say he is very disrespected here. How is he an 80 overall at 28? Don't know, but that's where we're at. So, Avdia, Corey Kispert, Jalen Wells, Zubac, and Hardenstein. I don't know if we've done enough, though. I don't think we have. Player progression. We have Jalen Wells up to an 88, so at least we have that. And we got Lamont up to an 83. Hardenstein is down, and then Kispert is down. I guess if the one guy that could maybe get us a different star would be Jalen Wells' contract, but what would be brought in? Whitmore. We got Mika and Zach Edey. I mean, definitely intrigues me. I don't know how much I believe in this guy, though. He's an 83, and Edie is a backup 5 for us, but I don't know. There actually is some good offers here, though. We might be able to get something here. Scoot and Connect. Okay, that's definitely intriguing. We have Herro and Scoot in the backcourt. Bring and Connect. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. But Nate Mint, which I've had in a few videos lately, so probably won't go that route. Greek Queen. Get a good backup 5 in Missy. Jabari Smith Jr. and Ryan Hampton. I do love Jabari Smith's fit next to, but that really doesn't give us much of an upgrade, I would say. Malo Watch, and then Topic. Yeah, I mean, I think we're just kind of stuck with what we have. I like some of these trades, but I'm just not really sure any of them make us much better. This one is the one where I'm like, okay, Connect, can replace Mathurin, and then Scoot. I mean, but we will have a big hole at the power forward spot again. So, although we could play Denny there, I guess. And we gotta have a Scoot. This would probably be the trade if we wanted to try to get, yeah, I mean, if we're going to try to do something here, I think this has got to be it. So, Scoot and Connect will be brought in, and then we'll have Scoot and Lamont and Peyton Pritchard, Herro, Grimes, Connect, Denny Avdia will probably slide down to the 4 at this point now, so he'll go back to the power forward, and that will be what we do this season. So, this is our final chance at it, and I don't know if it'll pay off, but it's what the move had to be. And we'll go see if it turns into a championship or not. So Jokic does get an MVP trophy. So at least we've gotten him to get a couple of those. But obviously we're also looking for more than just that. And we made one final attempt to do so. We are the 2nd seed in the West. Here were your player stats. You had 29 from Jokic, 17 from Scoot. You had 17 from Herro, 13 from Lamont, 12 from Connect, and 11 from Denny Avdia. You take a look at the team stats. Just like last year, we were number 7. So in defensive rating, we were number 4. So not bad. All right. Let's just straight into the thing. So we get to play the Warriors in round 1, who have to imagine that Steph is probably gone, if I had to guess. Let's see. He is, yeah, it's Luka Doncic instead. So that's great. Game 1 is going to go to us, though, 122-94. 34 from Scoot. We definitely need that from Scoot every game if we can. And so far off to a 2-0 start. Let's get Herro back. No, they want to continue to start Grimes. Hey, it's working. We're up 3-0 so far. So if Herro wants to continue to come off the bench and be the hero. Just kidding. Okay. Beat them in 5, hopefully. Yes. Okay. So we get out of the second round finally. And, or the first round, I should say. But now we play the Spurs, who of course have Wemby. But we do have a big to deal with them in Jokic. So at least we match up well, size-wise. Game 1 goes to us, 139 and 126, 47, 14, and 10 from Jokic, 24 from Scoot. Game 2, we're up 2-0. So far, so good. And yeah, I mean, I like the rotation. Obviously, the weak point is Denny Avdia, but even then, Denny Avdia would be a damn good player to have at a power forward spot. In the playoffs, he's averaging 9 and 6 and 3. We'll definitely take that on 40% shooting from 3. So yeah, this feels good. We're all on fire, but the Spurs may humble us. Nope, beat them in 5. Yes, okay. We've made it to the conference finals for the first time in the video, but we all know what's coming. It's going to be the Mavericks. It's going to be the Mavericks. We got Ja Johnson, Kyrie Irving flag. Tatum, what? Oh my gosh, we're not winning. We're not winning shit. What are we talking about? Jason Tatum joined this team for $8 million. If I knew that was an option, he could have come banging on my door, and I would have let him right in. Yeah, we're done. We're done for. They have Young Hansen too. Oh, it's over. We're up 1-0 though, 117 and 113. I mean, we get a game. Damn, that's crazy. I'm surprised we even got a game here. Hold the phone. No way. No way 2K's going to do this to us. I already know what's happening. Look what's about to happen. Oh, we beat them at 6. I thought we were about to blow 3-0 lead. We're in the finals. How the hell did we beat that team? I have no idea. I thought we were dead. Tatum, flag. I mean, that's a damn good forward duo. Two Duke guys, like, oh my gosh. You know what? It's whatever. We got past them. Now we play the Hawks. And they still have Trae Young. So, I mean, this is going to be a tough matchup if I had to guess. They're up 1-0. We even it up, though. Game 3. They're up. Okay. Did we get this far just to lose to the Hawks in the finals? It is definitely possible. The fact that we beat the Mavericks is kind of interesting there. But the Hawks are going to put us in the grave. Okay. So it's going to be the Hawks that beat us. Well, we do get game 5, so maybe we force a game 7. Need a game 7, and so far they've had the lead most of the game. Do we ever take it back? We need a big fourth. No, we're going to lose in the finals. 101 and 131. So we take down that Mavericks team, we lose to the Hawks in the finals. That's beautiful. This was a fun video and a very challenging one at that, but I got them past the Mavericks, so I feel kind of good, even after they brought in Tatum and Young Hansen, but It didn't mean anything. We still lost in the finals. Thank y'all for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. Have a good rest of your weekend. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.